the re-entry idea of getting into the marketplace. You sold your home a couple years ago because you knew that prices couldn't keep going up, but they did. And now you're looking and saying, well, I wish I had. I wanted to buy. So let's just take a look at what the market looks like right now. And we're just going to use a hypothetical $900,000 purchase. And, being that I'm doing this on the fly, I'm just going to throw this out there. And we're going to give you some parameters for this. I don't know if we're going to be able to put it up on the screen because I throw these things at Josh real quick. But he is a magician in the background there. So he does sometimes get things onto the screen that we didn't think we could get on there. But let's take a look at this Borrow Smart. I'm going to word you through this whole concept. So let's word through it and see what happens. And let's chat about this. So we got a $900,000 purchase. Oh, Josh got it up there. So if you're watching us or want to watch the replay, $900,000 purchase. Today's interest rate, not exactly. When we put this together, it's not the same today. It's lower. But looking at a loan amount of $720,000, well-qualified borrower, great credit, not an offer to loan, just an educational piece. So when we did this a couple weeks ago, interest rates were at 6.25 APR, 6.343. All-in payment, $5,500. Funds to close was $193,849. But you say, something? I don't know. I was looking at a $5,000 payment, and I could only afford a $5,000 payment. How do I make this work? You're going to be surprised when I tell you the way to make it work. Increase the price. You're going to increase the price to $930,000. The loan amount goes up to $744,000. But if the loan is structured properly and you talk to the seller and you say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm going to increase the price by $30,000. I need your help. I need you to use that money to buy down my interest rate for 30 years and do it in a way that's not going to trigger high price and predatory lending violations. Well, we know how to do that. Our team knows how to do that. So got to bring us into the transaction early on so we can help. We're going to lower the interest rate by 1.5 points down to 4.75. 5.217 is the APR. Again, these numbers from a couple weeks ago, they're probably lower today. Payment drops to $5,000. The cash to close went up by about $7,500, $201,377. Okay, now what about the idea of is there anything more that we can do? I can't find what I want at 930. That didn't work. Well, what if the $5,500 payment worked, but you couldn't find the property that worked? So if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or any of our socials, look at the third column, or you can just call us and we'll send this presentation to you. I think we're going to put it up under rsrreenter.com, rsrreenter.com. Josh, we'll have to work on that. But what if we say, okay, we're going to bump it up, go to $1,050,000 purchase price, $1,050,000 purchase price. How do we do that and still keep the payment the same? Well, we're going to ask the seller, again, we need you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, to put $30,000 toward a 30-year payment reduction program, payment assistance program. So we bring that APR back to 4.75. I'm sorry, we bring the interest to 4.75. The APR is 5.21. Now we're back at that $5,500 loan amount that we were initially at the $900,000 and 6.25% interest rate. So we did bring our down payment, our cash to close, $229,000, call it $230,000. But now we've increased our purchasing power to $1,050,000 and kept our loan amount the same as today's $900,000 loan amount. All by understanding, again, how to structure the purchase properly. Got to bring, again, our team in early because we do not want you to trigger high cost and predatory lending violations. We don't want that. So if the contract is written properly and precisely, we can get around that, or we know how to navigate that. Just has to do with our experience in doing these things. Now, one more thing that we want to look at, I didn't look at this one. If you scroll down on the presentation to 15-year time horizon, under today's rates, at that $900,000 purchase price, you're looking at $595,000 in interest over 15 years. You're going to save about $140,000 with the payment assistance program just by going and increasing the purchase price and the down payment a little bit and getting the seller's help on that payment assistance program. And even if you go to the $1,050,000, you go up and get that payment assistance, you're going to save $83,000, rough numbers, in the interest. So when you think about it, I just showed you two different ways to raise the purchase price and save a lot of money. Who else is telling you about that? Call us, 800-306-1990. Our team is well schooled in this scenario.